This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
The jump circle? To be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content. Wow.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Wow, throwback, dude.
Just sweet all out.
A random piano.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of
My
games
review better be
journalism.
here.
10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Review reviews.
What's this? What's down here?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no.
User
Stanley, it's a
reviews.
collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
No.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
Birds are chirping and... I don't think I've been here before. Road. This book. Is it from the same orphanage? Remember now, it's the fault that I'm here. Okay. Is that a rat? Miss Mira, here. Here where? Here. It's probably one of my children. This is not the right time for fooling around. Behind these bolts. Bolts? Am I dreaming? These stones, they moved, and you were Bazonic. It's me, miss. May I ask how you know my name? You appear in the fairy tale. I guess it's time you go to sleep. Sacrificed all of our comfort because we're probably going to be kicked out regardless, so let's be honest here. Is everything alright, miss? Yeah, Bunzik, I remember now that I did something wrong. No, I didn't, because I took the moral high ground. I cannot be wrong about this. Do you know where we are? Admit it, we are lost. Of course I know, you can trust me. Enter your name. Thanks. Hey, Nix. I thought I'd find you here. We've got to run. The witching ceremony will be starting any moment. The ceremony where the Fate Stone creates new witches. It only happens once every 5 years. Come on, and don't forget your dagger. What is this borb? Ceremony has started. Greetings, lovely. Can you feel magic thick in the air? Soon. Hey, I became a witch at the last ceremony. More witches. There's enough witches.
Now wait a minute.
You are not chosen. Have some respect. Quiet. Oh. Come to propose why we do not learn and harness the Faith Stone's full potential. With all that power, all you could be, which is it would be unwise to exploit magic. Magical balance could consume the world with darkness. Spewed like a scholar, fear has clouded your minds. Just want its power for yourself. Myself, fine. Do it by myself. Think of all the doors yet to be opened. No. Yes, I can taste the mana. Everyone back away. Witches gather around. Cozy town. Vegan Ostralthal's capital.
What do you want? Scram!
The National
rude.
Socialist Party of Ostertal. I think that's what Papa calls the Brown Shadow. Nothing but yobs in uniform, according to him. I'd better not hang around here. Good grief. Guten Tag, Frau Beckmann.
Ah, Fraulein Rose, there you are. You're perfectly on time.
Thank you, Frau Beckmann.
Suffice to say, I expected nothing less. May I have your convocation notice?
Is that the same chick? You can consult your diary to get a reminder of previous events. Ah, so there's a memory of mine, huh?
Sleep okay?
Like a bear.
Yeah, I heard. Better get ready, Katyusha.
I feel like I've been run over by a tank.
Today's the day we're supposed to take over from Team Orange in Gallery C, right?
Don't remind me. They say it's really tough. Isolated with no rescue party on hand. Which is crazy, because it's the worst gallery for cave-ins.
You okay?
Sure. Digging an assault mine 12 hours a day in the hope of finding a fragment of ivory? Couldn't be better.
Team Blue! Hey, you've got mail. It's for you, Amerikanska.
Thanks.
No stalling you here. You got 5 minutes to see what's inside. Or else a less friendly face will come to get you.
It belonged to my mother. I used to play with it when I was a kid. It belonged to my mother. I used to...
Lumber camp. What? How to reach a population of 100? Farmhouse? No way. You need to be out in the middle of nowhere? Let's do this. Yo, I'm evolving. This is looking good. Lumber camp. We need more lumber camps ASAP. Abandoned. I'll fix this. I'll fix this, bruh. The village bar, huh? Chapel and church. I feel like they... Whoa, lack of resources. What? Local market. Provides food, services, and doesn't... Provides food services and does not consume food. We're gonna put, I guess, both down. man in the cell next to yours stares at you through calm eyes. He steps over the bars to see if you're awake.
My new neighbor, how are you?
The accent of an Iliguan pirate from somewhere across the irradiated sea.
Cozy, not the official greeter here on death row, man. We all been framed.
Nice.
Welcome back to the great outdoors, Mio. Very simple. My precious brood tanks sit outside the walls, vulnerable to attack. Mio.
What's up?
June 3rd, 1989. Great Leader City, the greatest union.
All Frank ever wanted was a good job, a family, and a nice place to live. And good for Frank. He had all of this. But having everything and losing everything are often close. Wait, what do we have here? This doesn't belong here. These are not Frank's files. Who messed with Frank's computer?
Space?
If someone sees this, Frank will be in some real trouble. This needs to go. Frank tried desperately.
Oh, did it work?
And it almost looked as if he made it. But he didn't. Nothing stays unnoticed in the ministry. Nothing. Frank was in serious trouble.
Uh-oh.
And the only way to get out of it was to sign a deal. Frank had to sign.
Frank Schwartz, hereby agree gladly and of my own free will to offer myself to the great estate as a devoted informer and humble servant. Glory to the
Frank
great leader.
took a pen and signed a piece of paper.
I guess.
A deal with the devil. And so Frank's days of having everything are over. For now.
Hengedabo kut.
Puffed it. One dragger fall.
Misspelled.
Pavaf.
Hall.
Tugte. Pruskontavel. Rubber.
Ketuk.
One of occasion.
Honda.
Dude, that's crazy. Pick up the phone.
Aldem.
Hartstikke.
Big na hand.
Rudagifte.
Kardboverde.
Baden.
Gedeatu.
Wandada bral.
Skut palte.
With a bliggif. We'll dimmen.
Skundbu godobe. Makke. Stockbande doll.
Okay. Talk to people, get to know them. Create reports. Got it. Get a rat. I can spy. Oh my god. Dude, why can I spy on my own tenants? That's fucking weird.
Spok gedeb.
Gem bölüde.
Stark ist doch. Speak giddy.
Ich görge versölle.
Gute.
Kus kamene kade. Je vais gas gemülle.
Coffee.
Spijlkele. Jo.
So quick, estoy con mamá. Si va bien, andevo. Soy tu broma.
Stark dende.
Wait, so I'm paid money to send the government info about my tenants. That's just weird. June 22nd, 1954. Delia View.
For the best part of my later years, I worked as a private investigator. I'd seen many a terrible case. Sadly, most of them unresolved. But in 1954, something terrible and far closer to home happened that I could not avoid. And it happened right here, in Delia View. The police here. What on earth is all the commotion?
They are. Spooky.
Now where's my camera? I need to see what's going on outside my window.
This dude be looking kind of sus.
Harold Levy owns most of the flats in Delia View.
Tony Morgan's
I wonder
blood,
if he saw something.
workforce trauma.
It's too far away. I'll have to zoom in.
Oh, that's Tony Morgan's blood. My God, I hope he's all right.
Charlotte May
Please let him
found
be
during
alright.
abduction.
Bound during abduction. Dear God.
She looks
Charlotte
stressed.
May, Mr. Morgan's daughter, has been kidnapped.
Hello, Mr. Conway.
Good evening.
Terrible what's happened, isn't it?
So you know what happened?
They're looking for a kidnapper. A search is about to start in the Pine Woods.
My sister, Shirley, she owns the pub across the way. The searchers are all meeting there first.
What do you know about the kidnapping, Mr. Conway?
Not much. That's why I'm talking to the pair of you.
You should talk to the old busybody over in her big manor house.
Mrs. Doe.
She knows everything that goes on here.
I hope they're going to clean all this mess up tonight. I've got a business to run.
I'm sure this must be a great inconvenience to you.
Oh yeah, so inconvenient
reminds
that a kid's going.
Rent day
Jeez.
tomorrow. Don't be late.
I haven't forgotten.
Good.
I think he did it.
Keep it that way.
Do you know what's happened?
Never mind all that. Your daughter is a police officer, is she not?
She is.
Here, I found this.
Hello, Mr. Morgan. My name is Robert Conway. I live in flat 23.
Yes, I've seen you around, Mr. Conway.
Well, you see, I thought I'd better come over and check you're okay. Some of our neighbors seem to be content just to stare. I'm so sorry to hear about your daughter.
Very kind of you. I'm sorry, but I'm late joining the search. I've been talking to the police for over an hour.
Of course, I understand. The police officer you spoke to was most likely my daughter.
Is that so?
Yes, she's a very determined young lady. If anyone is going to find your daughter, it's her. I was once a private investigator myself, so I know how her mind works.
Well, it's comforting to know I'm surrounded by such competent minds, Mr. Conway.
I'd like to offer my services too, if you'd permit me.
What is she staring
Ciao.
at?
I'm Julia. Julia Kay. I'm glad you are here. Nobody has visited me in ages. It's been years now. I must tell you my story, but I don't know where to begin. There is so much that... I should start from my childhood, but my memories of these times are vague. I only remember the summer of 1929, when they sent me off to stay with my nanny.
Your sister is with your mother, so do not worry. Do you miss them?
No. I mean, yes, I miss Martha a little, but I love spending time with you.
Now, go to sleep, little sparrow. It's getting late.
Okay, Nanny. I'll go to sleep and dream of the lady. Was she beautiful?
She was beautiful. Yes, very much so.
Then she'll be beautiful in my dreams. And will I be beautiful just like her?
You'll be even more beautiful.
Reel off the film. Open the camera. Remove the old roll of film. Put the new film in. Close the camera. Load the film. Activate the timer. Almost ready.
What the heck?
What? Is that a person? I must help them. I was horrified at the idea that someone might have drowned in my lake. The lake was my world, where I would spend entire days daydreaming. I would lose myself in my thoughts, but that was a rude awakening. So terrible. To stay calm.
Jesus. Yeah, stay
Martha
calm.
is not
Don't
dead.
flip out.
It's not possible. It's not true. There's no need to worry. It's fine. Everything will be fine. Martha, February 26th, 1923.
Is everything okay?
Are you hurt?
What are you doing?
Go, Eric! Run!
My parents ran towards me. My mother hugged me. She, who detested me, was now cuddling me. Her warmth filled me with life, and the pain became bearable. I felt protected. Martha, are you okay? She asked me, speaking slowly in order to let me read her lips. She thought I was deaf. She thought I was Martha. I didn't want the moment to fade, so I meekly nodded my head. I didn't realize I had done something that couldn't be undone. I would have to pretend to be Martha forever.